All right, let's dive right in. We're about to unpack the huge data-backed business case for localizing your corporate training. We're pulling all of this from an amazing report by Virtualization Options LLC, and you're going to see why. For any company that operates globally, this is absolutely not just a nice-to-have, it is a must-do, high-return necessity.
Okay, so just for context, what you're watching is the grand finale, part 5 of our 5-part summary of this incredible report. Now, the earlier parts, they dug into the business case and the cultural side of things. But today, we are zeroing in on the bottom line, the real, hard financial impact, and just as important, the big mindset shift that you have to make to get this right.
And it all starts with a question that every single global manager out there should be asking themselves. So really think about this for a second. Is your training actually connecting with every employee, no matter where they are in the world? Or are you just kind of pushing out a one-size-fits-all program and, crossing your fingers? Because let's be honest, in today's global workforce, hope is not a strategy.
And just to see how big this challenge really is, check out this number: 7,000. That's how many active languages are spoken around the world right now. Now look, your company probably isn't operating in all 7,000 of them, but this number, it just perfectly captures the incredible diversity, both in language and in culture, that exists inside any big global organization. And if you ignore that reality, well, you're setting yourself up for a very specific and very expensive problem.
Right, and that leads us straight into what the report calls the one-size-fails-all problem. And trust me, it's the core issue that's holding back so many global training programs. You know the old way of doing things, right? You create all your content in one language, let's be real, it's usually English, and then you just roll it out everywhere else. Well, that's not just ineffective anymore. The source material is crystal clear on this. It is a major strategic misstep. It's basically a liability that comes with real, measurable, and pretty negative consequences for the business.
And here they are, the consequences laid out for all to see. When your training just doesn't connect, what happens? People leave, that's higher turnover. People check out, that's lower engagement and productivity. You can even see a jump in compliance violations, all because people never really got the rules in the first place. And all of it, every single one, adds up to a huge financial loss. So why? Why does this happen? Well, the answer is actually in the science. To really get to the bottom of this, we've got to look at the science of retention. The report actually bases its whole argument in cognitive science, which perfectly explains why localized training works so much better.
Okay, the big idea here is something called cognitive load. Just picture your brain having like a limited amount of RAM, right? If an employee has to use half of that brain power just to translate the training from another language, how much is left over to actually understand and remember the important stuff? Not much. Non-localized training literally puts up a mental wall to learning.
But when you take that wall down, oh man, the results are just staggering. 50%. Let that sink in for a second. The research in the report shows that people can retain up to 50% more information when they're learning in their own language and cultural context. I mean, that's not just a little bump. That is an absolute game changer for making your training actually stick.
But you know what? It's not just about what you can remember. See, beyond all the science, there's this really powerful human side to it all, and this quote just nails it. At its heart, localization is really an act of respect. When your employees feel like the company actually cared enough to speak to them in their language, they're more loyal, they're more engaged, and they're way more likely to actually use what they learned.
So the big question is, what does doing it right actually look like? And this next part is so important. We've got to understand that real localization is about way more than just swapping words from one language to another.
The report really drives this home. True localization is a disciplined process. We're talking about adapting everything: the images, the case studies you use, even the jokes and cultural references. It's all about making sure the whole experience feels like it was tailor-made for that specific audience.
And to pull that off, the report actually gives us a really clear model for how to allocate your resources. And here it is. The 55-30-15 model. It's a strategic framework for how to budget this stuff. And look at that biggest slice of the pie. It recommends putting a whopping 55% of your investment into adapting the actual content, not just translating the words. So let's break that down real quick. That massive 55% chunk, that's for making the content actually resonate with the local culture. The 30% is for top-notch professional translation and, of course, quality control. And that last 15% goes to the tech and the project management that holds it all together. Now, here's the key.
So many companies get this backward. They pour money into the tech and end up with training that runs smoothly but feels totally empty and disconnected.
When you get it right, though, wow, the impact on the bottom line is just undeniable. Okay, so this is where the rubber really meets the road. Let's talk hard numbers, the actual return on this investment.
First up, 18%. According to the research cited in the report, that's the average productivity boost companies see when they fully localize their training. I mean, think about that, an 18% gain across your entire workforce. That is massive.
But wait, there's more. On top of that, how about a 12% reduction in employee turnover? We all know how crazy expensive it is to replace an employee. A 12% cut in turnover can literally translate to millions and millions of dollars saved, especially for a big company.
And get this, the benefits kick in before you even hire someone. It turns out that global companies that actually advertise their multilingual training attract 30% more qualified applicants in emerging markets. Talk about a secret weapon in the war for talent, right? The whole before and after picture here could not be clearer. Yeah, this chart really says it all, doesn't it? Take a look. Across every single key metric here, productivity, retention, completion rates, knowledge scores, you name it, it improves. Localized training just delivers better results, period. This isn't an opinion, it's what the data shows. It improves every single metric that matters. And embracing that requires a pretty big shift in how we think about this, which brings us to the final and maybe most important point. We have to stop thinking of this as a cost and start seeing it for exactly what it is, a high-value investment.
And this right here perfectly sums up that whole mindset shift. The old, outdated way, it sees localization as just a cost center, an optional expense you tack on at the end. But the strategic view, it gets that localization is a value creator. It's a powerful investment that actively drives productivity, retention, and real business growth.
I want to leave you with this one last thought from the report, because I think it just captures the message perfectly. It's never enough to just translate the words. To be truly effective, to really make an impact, your training has to speak the culture. It's got to show your employees everywhere that you see them, that you understand them, and that you are genuinely invested in their success.
So, everything we've talked about today and in our entire 5-part series comes from this incredibly detailed report by Virtualization Options LLC. If you really want to dig into the data and the strategies yourself, we cannot recommend it enough. Go check it out. Thanks so much for watching.